Ignite the Future, holding priority. Dualcaster Mage, the Ignite the Future. Curious to see if the copy works the same way as the Graveyard one. Hopefully we don't have to pay for the spells. Today on Commander Replay, we check out the spell Borca list that seems to have half of all its available combos. Next on Commander Replay. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have one returning Patreon supporter in 5-color Bad Stuff. 5-color, you are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon in the link below. Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Borca Spectral Sergeant today, and today's deck list comes to us from Patreon supporter Ryan. Take a look at this opening hand. It's kind of interesting. 2 lands, one's a Myriad Landscape. We got a Fellwar Stone. Tectonic Giant gets us into more stuff. Ignite the Feud, yeah, this is keepable. Because the worst case scenario is we get caught for a turn, cast a Fellwar Stone, then Myriad Landscape, then Ignite the Future, then Tectonic Giant. That seems like it should work. Plus, Borca is also card advantage itself. So he's calling this deck Sunforger Control. Going to be kind of a control deck. I have not looked into Borca all that deeply, so I don't know the really cool interactions that well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm curious. We do have an Approach a Second Sun up here at the top. You got a double vision that gets kind of wild sometimes. Mana curve looks nice and low. That's cool. I do worry a little that maybe we won't have enough to close it out. Past in Flames might be some sort of win condition. Oh, maybe we need... Oh, is it Angel's Grace combo? There's the Angel's Grace. I don't see a Chance for Glory or a Final Fortune, though. Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. It does appear that we are going last is not the best. Oh, there's a Piru. Someone brought up Piru. Oh, gross. I played that the other night. It's so strong. It's not particularly fast, but when it's in play, you feel it. I am worried that we just don't have, like, the damage output or a win condition. Oh, maybe, like, Reiterate, Dualcaster Mage, maybe something in there with... Is there a burn spell that we can use? I'm failing to see the win condition. There's an Ancient Tomb. That's going to speed us up a lot. Fantastic. We'll play the Myriad Landscape first, and then we'll play the Ancient Tomb next turn. I like that setup. That's not as oppressive as, like, going Ancient Tomb into Fellwar Stone. We burn more life doing that, and also... You know, that's kind of the big spiky turn 1 play, and then things get weird when you come out of the gates that quick. This is going to be a little bit more slower and methodical. For what we're doing here today, I think that's more appropriate. But yeah, we are playing Borca Spectral Sergeant. A card that I've only played one time, showed up in a game that I was playing the other day for about a turn or two, and then it got shot. It's a 4-mana 0/5. Note the mana value of each card as it's put into exile. Borca's power is equal to the greatest number noted for it this turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Brings it back to our turn. There's a land. Play the Ancient Tomb, crack the Myriad Landscape. Let's get 2 planes. We seem to be light on white mana. Here comes a Pristine Talisman for opponent. Those are good. Yeah, I'm confused. So I see Angel's Grace, Underworld Breach. If there was like a Wheel of Fortune or something, then that would be a win condition. I don't see the Wheel of Fortune, though. I mean, I guess it has to be Approach the Second Sun? I don't know if we have another way to win. Doesn't seem great. I guess in the random chance that we get there with combat damage, but... looks like lands for opponent. We got a Soul Guide Lantern. Graveyard's going to be offline. Play a Mountain. Play a Fellwar Stone. At some point, we're going to try to, like, not tap this Ancient Tomb every turn. Because I've died to that. I have died... When I do 20 to myself with an Ancient Tomb, die to a gentle breeze rolling through the battlefield. We can go Borca, or we go for this Tectonic Giant first. Tectonic Giant looks at 2 cards, which is kind of cool. Let's try the Tectonic Giant. Tectonic Giant is a super sweet card. Also happens to be Ryan's favorite card, who built the deck list for us. He tries to jam this thing into everything, and who can blame him? It's a pretty awesome card. Get some value if you need it, or get the damage if you need it. Both are good. And the damage mode synergizes really well, both with extra combats and with double damage, which is super cool. So, like, you know, things that you just have a lot of in red. Just a really cool red card. Love it. Elemental Giant, also reasonable creature types on there. That's a Tago coming in. Oh, that should get weird. This is an Akiri Tekik deck, by the way, so it looks like Naya Artifacts is going to be the name of the game. And there's a Tago. Got some Lightning Greaves for it. Put the boots on there. They do have a rock that they can throw. We got Cromat in the middle, being piloted by Commander Cardinal. I feel like we've seen this before. I think this is a Mutate deck, if I'm remembering this right. Pretty sure it's Cromat Mutate, which is kind of spicy. That's a Taralf's Hammer coming down. Fun card. That's Champion Athum piloting Piru the Volatile. New one that is very scary. It's an Elder Dragon. 8 mana, 7/7. Flying lifelink. At the beginning of your upkeep, pay Mardu or sacrifice it. When it dies, it deals 7 damage to each non-legendary creature. Wipe the board, gain a ton of life. Now, it's very expensive, and it's a very easy commander to price out. But, yeah, you feel its impact a lot, because it blows up most of the things on board. It's pretty scary. Pretty scary. Anyway, it brings us back to our turn. There's a Clifftop Retreat. We'll go ahead and play the Clifftop Retreat. Oops, probably shouldn't have done that. We do have a Tectonic Giant to our name, and there is some chance that we get a land. We'll poke Champ, since he is playing Piru, and he will probably gain a lot of life. We're going to exile the top 2, see what kind of value we can get. There's a Mangara. Those are pretty good. Let's choose Mangara. We're going to lose the War Room, though. Don't love that. Champ goes to 36. We'll cast the Mangara. Actually, how much mana do we have? We have 7 mana, which is awkward, given our current mana situation. So I guess we'll just play this without tapping the Ancient Tomb, which is a good thing for us. And we'll pass like that. Tekik coming in. Yep. They get a Golem. Puts a rock on the Tekik. You have to be careful that, like, Mangara could get shot. Tectonic Giant could get shot. They use 2 rocks. Arcane Signet for opponent. And spoils a victory. We get to draw a card. Fantastic. It's a Gilded Lotus. More mana ramp. Here comes a Veto. Oh, that's a problem. That's going to have to go. At least we can, like, deflecting swat the damage away should some things go down. Brings it back to our turn. There's a Scavenger Grounds. Let's go ahead and poke Commander Cardinal this time. Tectonic Giant triggers. We'll exile the top 2. Getting the value. Exotic Orchard, Rip Apart. Yeah, we should probably cast a Rip Apart, right? 3 damage to the Veto seems like a good idea. No one wants any of that. 3 damage to... Is this end of next turn? Till the end of your next turn. Oh, wow, it's a next turn one. I forgot about that. I thought it was a single turn one for some reason. Either case, we're going to shoot the Veto because no one needs that. That's just not where we want to be. Play a Scavenger Grounds, I guess. Probably relevant against the Piru deck. Looks like we are going to have to tap the Ancient Tomb right here. Cast the Gilded Lotus. If we tap better, we could have got a Commander, but on the other hand, I feel fine. I feel fine about this. Opponent equips a rock. Yeah, they've got 4 damage up now. And they're going to start doing some damage. It's not ideal. Yeah. They've seen enough Tectonic Giant. Tekik doing some stuff. This Golem's getting huge. Down goes the Tectonic Giant. Boots over to the Tekik. Rexage. I'm probably not going to like this. Gonna try to shoot our Gilded Lotus. Ooh. I mean, I really wanted that. But our mana's good. That hurts, but I'm going to save the Deflecting Swat because I feel like probably going to need it for something else. I know we could use it and save it, but our mana's good and the curve of this deck is low. So that being the case, gonna let it go. In a lot of circumstances, I would probably save that Gilded Lotus. Yeah, opponent casts second spell, we get to draw a card. It's a land. Well, land drops are probably going to be good through like turn 10. This will take us through turn 9, and with our Borca ability and Mangara, we'll probably find the 4th one. Here's a Signet for Champ. He has a Solemn Simulacrum in his hand that he's been stuck on. Hasn't been able to cast. He'll be able to get to it next turn, though. Fury Calm Snarl. I don't even think I've seen this one. Enters the battlefield, you may reveal a mountain or plains from your hand. If you don't, enters the battlefield tapped. Oh, it's that cycle. Cool. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Play that. Reveal a mountain. Cast our commander. Keep the value coming. Maybe Ignite the Future also, since we don't have much going on. Can use the Ancient Tomb right here. Swiftfoot Boots, Teferi's Protection, Blasphemous Act. That's actually not really how I wanted that to go. Oh my god, that thing has 9 power. Yeah, we should have saved that. Whoops. Okay. Is it supposed to combine them together? Oh, no. Blasphemous Act is the biggest one, that's why. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. I guess we should have held off on the Ignite the Future. I do think more of a control combo route is probably the better way to go with Borca. Borca itself doesn't strike me as something that's like, I don't think it's going to be like a great Voltron commander or necessarily a great combat damage commander. At least in the sense of like commander damage. The way that I might go about this is probably very similar to what we have going here. I'll probably drop like a mob rule into the deck. The new red card, Crackle with Power, is absolutely insane. You could probably go for a few more combos if you wanted to. If you've got Angel's Grace already, then you can think about Sunforger, Chance for Glory, Final Fortune combo. You can also think about, he's got Underworld Breach. You could think about doing like Wheel of Fortune, Underworld Breach, Angel's Grace, or something like that. Then there's also things with like Mana Geyser, Underworld Breach, and like Big Burn Spell. I guess that's the Crackle with power. So yeah, there's definitely some ways to go with this. But yeah, like I don't envision that Borca being like a highly aggressive Voltron commander. And it's not to say that you couldn't make that work. I just think that like a lot of the time its power is probably going to be around like 3, and it doesn't have any of the keywords built in that really make a good Voltron commander. That's a 10/10 coming our way. I guess we're just going to take that. Probably want some life gain in here too if you're doing a control thing, just because like stuff like this might happen from time to time. Authority of the Consoles is a very good card. Blind Obedience. I think I did see a Blind Obedience in here. Yeah, there's a Blind Obedience. That'll gain you some life back. So very good card. If we Blasphemous Act, it'll get that. It'll get that. I mean, I guess we're probably on like Blasphemous Act, Boots, Blasphemous Act, Teferi's Protection. Here comes Cromat. No second spell for opponent. There's the Solemn Simulacrum. He's got some ground to make up land-wise. Oh, plays a land per turn. All right, he's getting there. He's getting there. And, I mean, we're probably just going to use those Blasphemous Acts, so he'll draw another card, and that'll slow everyone down and all that kind of stuff. Does Cromat ever generate up a black and a green? Indeed it does, but, you know, I think it's better than just losing a Blasphemous Act, so... Brings back to our turn, there's a Borca trigger. Pull from Eternity, fun card. Axeguard Armory goes into exile, so we'll play the Axeguard Armory. We might want that. Play the Swiftfoot Boots. Yeah, put the boots on Mangara, I guess. Try to keep that alive. Blasphemous Act for the minimum. Holding priority, and then Teferi's Protection. Not using the Ancient Tomb, we're already down to 22. Life is getting low. Uh-oh. Oh, right, I think this is the Regenerate. Regenerate, Cromat. Blasphemous Act goes off. Some stuff dies, people get triggers. Champ will draw a card with Solemn Simulacrum, which I'm sure he very much wants to do. Yeah, the timing of that Ignite the Future was not ideal. Akiri back to play. Yep. And Arcbound Reclaimer. Interesting. Put target artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library by removing a +1 counter. Interesting. Definitely do some things with that. Getting back your best stuff is a good thing to be doing. Puts the boots on Akiri, who's getting poked. Cromat's going to get poked. Sea Dasher Octopus. Mutates, and this one says, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Because they can give this thing flying and get some card draw that way. Chittering Harvester, not ideal. When it mutates, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Ugh. We don't have a lot of creatures, so that's not really a thing we want to be doing. Only 11 creatures in the deck. Will be tough to keep them in play with that ability. Hits Champ, draws a card. They take 5 commander. There's a Mangara for him, yeah. That'll get him some value. We'll be casting some stuff. We're probably flashing back the Ignite the Future unless we catch something cool. What's interesting... Oh, man, this is interesting. We can pull from Eternity the Ignite the Future back later on, which we might need to do. Puts the Hammer on Mangara. Luckily, we've got 4 toughness, and this only does 3. Brings back to our turn Borca trigger. There's a Jeska's Will. That's cool. Cards and mana. Well, why not? Both modes, targeting Champ B has the most cards. We'll pay 3. Guess we'll use all the red mana since we're about to get a bunch. Mountain Tajiri Shelter Plateau is not the best. It's just how you draw it up. Exactly like that. Oh, God. Play the Plateau, I guess. I guess crack the Axeguard Armory. Get a Sunforger. No Aura cards, sadly. Probably want to fix that. What's the one that gives them indestructible? There's a couple. I think there's like Timely Ward. Is that the new one? I'd probably at least put that in there so you have something to go get. Let's see. Can we get Sunforger in right here? That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have exactly enough to do Sunforger things. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, Champ gets a draw with Mangara. Whoops. He'll be fine. Put the Sunforger on the Mangara, I guess. It's got lifelink. Life's getting kind of low. Pouncing Shark. What? Oh, God. Oh, God, we're going to have to sacrifice and then do all the stuff? This is not ideal. This is not ideal. Yeah, there's a sacrifice trigger and a mutate trigger. I mean, we're going to lose Borca, but I don't think they can target this thing, though. Yep, losing Borca. Champ will lose his Mangara, I think. Back to the command zone. I'm glad we didn't have to, like, it would have got weird if we used the Sajiri Shelter, because then we'd be out there with an unprotected Sunforger, and I never love doing that, but I think the target's been acquired. We'll poke into Commander Cardinal. Down to 28 they go. We go up to 26. I don't have a lot we can do. Yeah, I guess we're just sitting on Sunforger. Sit on Sunforger. At some point we can Past in Flames, that we can Jeska's Will, can Ignite the Future. Ooh, you know what's interesting? If we go Past in Flames, do all that stuff, like ignite the future, then pull from eternity, then ignite the future again. That seems kind of spicy. I'm going to look at this deck again because I don't really know what the combo line is. Is this really our only win condition? Oh, is there a combo with Jessica's Will? Jessica's Will plus Reiterate equals infinite mana, infinite storm count, exile your library. Ah, ha, ha. I see. I see. Jessica's Will plus Reiterate? Okay, we just need to find a Reiterate. We might need to chill for a second since we used the Jessica's Will. I should have held on to that. I didn't realize that was part of the combo. Oops. Because now to get that back, it means we have to Past in Flames. Swiftfoot Boots for opponent. Yep. Sure, that'll be good. I'm going to double check to make sure there's swords in our deck. There's a path. Okay, cool. I'm going to get rid of this Cromat. I've had enough of this Cromat. Double check all these abilities. Yeah, activate the Sunforger. And we'll go shields down at least a little bit on the Mangara. I mean, we've already used Teferi's protection, so, you know, that's down. But, oh, Condemn. Oh, we could have got him with a Condemn. Yeah, we'll just swords them, though. Oh, God, this thing again. Yep, Sunforger is acting up. Sunforger is difficult. The window doesn't pop up the way that it's supposed to, and it's kind of a big problem. Yeah, this gets weird. Try it again. You just have to, like, fiddle with it until you finally get it. Swords. Try moving that stuff around. Oh, God. Yep, well, I skipped through it. Okay, we're going to pay the price now. I messed with it for a while, and then I couldn't get it to work. That is not ideal. It's actually weird because I haven't used Sunforger in a long time, and it's shown up in a couple deck lists recently. You do need to get to a specific place now where you have the mana and the time to be able to use a Sunforger. You probably want some free equips in your deck if you're doing it, because it's still good. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but the game is sped up so much that, you know, if you cast it and they shoot it, it can be a problem. Argul's Bloodfast for opponent. I'm sure they want that. Try to get some card draw going. We'll bring it back to our turn. There's a Rugged Prairie. Play the Rugged Prairie. I mean, does re-equipping the Sunforger do anything? Let's just ignite the future. Seems like a better place to be. Actually, I'm going to go No Pain from the Ancient Tomb. Let's see what we hit. Ghostly Prison, Chain Reaction, Rest in Peace are magic cards. Rest in Peace is not one I want to play because our win condition's in the graveyard. It's not a great place for it. Cast the Ghostly Prison. That'll be nice and annoying. Gotta pay 1. Why do we gotta pay 1? Oh, Lodestone Golem. I see. I guess we're paying 1. Opponent's gonna draw a card. This does eat into the our combo a little bit. Getting rid of that's probably a good idea. Sylvan Library for opponent. Yeah, they want that. They're behind on lands. I don't think they've really drawn cards. They've got a lot of life too, so I would go for all of them next turn. Just pay the life. That's a Hull Breacher on the Swiftfoot Boots and on the Ghostly Prison. There's an Angel's Grace. Those are handy. Cromat over to the Akiri opponent. We got to turn 10 really quickly in this game, and it's probably because 2 of our opponents haven't done that much. Like, no one's really gone wild with value, so there hasn't been a million triggers. This is probably one of the fastest times I can remember a game getting to turn 10. It's only been 45 minutes into the video. On average, I'd say that's probably like turn 7 for most games. Usually turn 7, 8, and 9 is where everything slows down. That's where the game starts to get really long. Nylea Keen-Eyed for opponent. Does not play a second spell for us. Burnished Heart, more ramp. Yeah, with that deck, you just want all the ramp. Vandal Blast on Sunforger. I think it's just single target. We draw a card. Another land. We are flooding. Do we chain reaction the Lodestone Golem? I think we do. Oh, actually, he'll crack that. So then there'll only be 3 creatures on the battlefield? Yeah, that actually works out. Because then Mangara will survive. Brings it back to our turn. There's a Stormkiln Artist. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. Oh yeah, that seems handy. So I guess we play Chain Reaction. It is free. Oh, we do need to pay 1. Use the Scavenger Grounds. So Champ will sack that. Oh, does it recount at resolution? We might lose Mangara. Oh, there it goes. Okay, yeah. 3 creatures on the battlefield. Lodestone Golem goes down. Fantastic. Play a Plains, I guess. Yeah, we need our graveyard. Can't play that Rest in Peace. We just cast our commander, I guess. Leave up Angel's Grace. Not a lot of creatures on the board. Oh, there's boots right here. Because there's boots, I'll still poke them. We'll gain 2 life. This is a blocker. Pass like that. We have 9 cards in hand. We're going to get rid of some lands. Flood it a little bit. The later portion of this game. We lose the Rest in Peace. Discard these 2. Sylvan Library for opponent. Yeah, they take the draw. Go down to 37. If we stumble our way into Approach the Second Sun, should be able to get there sort of quickly with like Jessica's Will, Flashback, Ignite the Future. If we Ignite the Future it. Let me double check the wording. You got to cast that thing from hand. If this spell was cast from your hand, and you've cast another spell, okay, yeah, you can't cast it off the top of the library. Okie dokie. That's kind of weird with Borca, actually. Gotta time that out right. Opponent plays a Beast of Burden, a card that was not on my radar. Power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures on the battlefield. Interesting. Shroud and Haste from the Lightning Greaves. It is a golem. They are doing a golem tribal thing. Opponent's going to use the Nylea ability. Does it again. Doesn't look like they hit anything. Oh, they hit a Dreamtail Heron. Okay. What's this one do? Return a creature. Sacrifice a creature. Draw a card. Going to return our commander. Ooh, they're going to make us sack the Mangara. Don't love it. Don't love it. Sacrifice Mangara. Down it goes. Beast of Burden goes down. Looking for a big card draw. Cromat coming our way. It's got a lot of abilities. Oh, they can pump it up a lot. Currently a 6/6. We take 6 commander, go down to 22. They draw a card. Burnished Heart. Chainer Nightmare Adept. This won't cause any problems. Machiko. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you, that player sacrifices a permanent. Not great. Brings it back to our turn. Condemn. Not. Well, we can get rid of that thing. The boots are gone, right? Yeah, the boots are gone. That seems helpful. Maybe we just wait recasting our commander until the Cromat's gone. Play the mountain. Though that means we don't really have anything to do this turn. Opponent can activate that Nylea ability a few times, so there's a chance they find another mutate. I mean, I guess we just got to do something, so we really don't have much else to do. Cast our commander. Boots on it. Yeah, may need to exile the graveyards with Chainer on the loose, and then have to use our Pull from Eternity for that. Doesn't seem great. Tekik coming in. Yep. They crack a Burnished Chart that pumps up the Tekik. Yeah, there's a mutate. Nope, we're going to lose our commander. Oh, they're going to exile the top of our library face down. That's not ideal. Hopefully it's nothing important. Yep, 4 mutate triggers. Should have waited. Gonna bounce Machiko. That'll get rid of the Chainer. That's good. He's going to draw a card. Cromat draws a card. Everyone sacrifices. Oh no, I think he did that in the wrong order again. Yeah, okay, sacrifice the Machiko. Yep, did do that in the wrong order again. That means the Chainer will survive. It's kind of an issue. Back to the command zone. Top card gets exiled. Hope it's not a win condition. And they can return a creature. Ew. Ha! There's a Darksteel Colossus. There's one you don't see much of anymore. Oh, maybe we gotta save the Condemn now, because that thing's a pain to get rid of. Oh, I was gonna condemn the Cromat, but 11/11 indestructible. Well, the Cromat's coming at us. Yeah, just get rid of it. It's way too much value at this point. Figure out something else for the Darksteel Colossus. We can't be the only one that wants to get rid of it. Cromat gets shuffled into the library, and that, I imagine, has got to be absolutely backbreaking for them. Condemn is not one you see much. I mean, it goes to their command zone. It doesn't actually go into the library. They changed that rule a long time ago. Back in the day, it used to go into the library, and it was a really bad time. And notably, green and black decks had a much less terrible time because they had all the tutors, so they could reasonably get their commander back, but yeah, it was bad. Condemn, Spell Crumble, there's a few others. All pretty nasty. Here comes Piru. I don't see the sack outlet yet. That's good, but, they can just not pay the upkeep one time, and that's also a thing. It does have haste. Curious to see where they point it. And then they will Chainer. Solemn coming back, trying to get the value. Yeah, they're deciding to go after the Cromat. We reset them pretty good, but they've definitely been annoying. Piru over that way. It is a 7/7 flyer. The commander damage piles up quickly. Acrobatic Maneuver. Play a land. Oh, we're just waiting. I want to do something, but if we don't catch anything good with Ignite the Future, then we're in a pretty bad spot because we burned resources and things are not good after that. Yeah. Cast Borca. Given that won't die, ours is legendary. There isn't a lot of stuff. I guess the Solemn. I think Champ's going to pay for his commander. Yeah, definitely more card draw in the deck. I didn't notice any wheels. I would definitely add some wheels. Yeah, pass like that. We can Acrobatic Maneuver to save ourselves and to gets you around board wipes, which is nice, actually. We can draw a card off of it. We'll probably need to do that at some point. Forsaken Monument, those are interesting. Tempered Steel, nice. Used to face the Tempered Steel standard deck back in the day. I remember losing a match to it that was very winnable. I was ahead. I won the first game. I was ahead in the second game for a long time, and then I forget what happened, and things fell apart. And then I ended up losing the match. It's pretty disappointing. I think other than that, I played pretty well against it, though. I was running blue-black zombies in Dark Ascension Standard, and that deck had a ton of removal in it. It was fantastic. Had 12 removal spells. I had 2 Lilianas in there. Good stuff. Gamble is in our deck. It's a card that would be good. Sky Shroud Claim. We have a problem now where opponents don't have a lot of cards in hand, and that means Jessica's Will isn't making a lot of mana. But I guess Stormkiln Artist can help us there. If it looks like Borca is going to survive back to our turn, then I think this is the turn. At the end step, we'll pull from Eternity and get Ignite the Future back. Try to get deeper into our deck. Find something that resembles a win condition. This is going over to Champ. This could be interesting because he could... No, never mind. That's tapped. Okay, thank God. He's going to block with that, but this thing does have trample. Golem dies. Tekik gets bigger. Solemn dies. Draws a card. Cromat coming in. See if he pays for the upkeep. I imagine that he will. He's not going to hit that much if he lets it go. Yeah, he's paying. Yeah, he's at 7 commander. This could put him to 14. If he finds double strike, it'll just kill him. He'll put the sword on there and or the hammer. Bring him up to 10 power. Talisman. That's a Gisela. That will actually kill him with commander damage. Unless he gives us flying and blocks. Oh, I think he sees the flying. Yeah, he's going to send it. It's got lifelink. He's going to gain a ton of life. Gains flying. Blocks. Ooh, he's going to destroy it. I guess it doesn't do that much. I think it hits one thing. Does that kill it before damage? Destroy target creature blocking or blocked by Cromat. Yeah, it does kill it before damage. That's spicy. He goes up to 30. He only gains, what? Was that 7 life? Maybe it was 14. Had to be 14 because it's doubled. Or did he gain nothing? Legendary? No, it hit the Darksteel. Okay. Yeah, 14 right there. So he gains 14, goes to 30, but all things considered, not too bad. We need to do something. We've been kind of doing nothing for a while. Ignite the Future, put that back into our graveyard. He has the sack outlet now. That's kind of bad. We need to do things. Piru's in the graveyard. We may want to exile the graveyards at some point. Borca trigger. Could use big stuff. Dualcaster Mage is a card. So how does that work? You Jessica's Will, then you Dualcaster Mage the Jessica's Will. Read this combo again. Oh no, you need it needs to be reiterate specifically. I guess we're gonna play an Ignite the Future then. Oh, we can Dualcaster Mage the Ignite the Future. That seems like a pretty good idea. Hope we have enough. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That'll be 8. Okay, yeah, so we can get a Thran Dynamo first also. Ignite the Future, holding priority. Dualcaster Mage the Ignite the Future. Curious to see if the copy works the same way as the graveyard one. Hopefully we don't have to pay for the spells. It says cast with flashback. Out of time. Enters battlefield, untap all creatures, then phase them out until out of time leaves the battlefield. Put a time counter on for each one phased out this way. It has vanishing. Gamble, Underworld Breach, Dousing Dagger, lands. Okay. Get a Slayer Stronghold. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. I don't know this deck well enough. Dousing Dagger is free, and we can find a way through mana positive. Oh, if we have one more mana, could get Storm Kiln Artist. Oh, I have an idea. We gamble. Hope that we don't lose the Angel's Grace. Getting... Maybe we need Mana Geyser at this point. I guess we could just get Approach the Second Sun. Go about it that way. Yeah, I don't think the Jessica's Will combo is really online. Get Approach the Second Sun. What do we discard? Discarded Past in Flames, that's fine. Need to leave a white up for... We'll cast a Dousing Dagger. I don't think we're getting it through anywhere, though. Dark Matter's been having a rough go. They can have some tokens. Do we out of time? Yeah, we probably should out of time, actually. Bunch of nasty creatures on the battlefield. It seems like a perfect time to out of time. Oh, do we have to pay for these ones? We have to pay for those ones. Well then. Yeah, I guess we just sit on Angel's Grace then. And then we're going to have to find a way to churn through like 6 cards in our library. Should be interesting. I guess Underworld Breach, Jessica's Will a few times. Maybe. But it has to be in our hand. Ugh. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. Yeah, pass turn like that, I guess. Now would be a good time for Teferi's Protection, but we burned that early because of the exile. Oh, we could have got Teferi's Protection back. Maybe that's what we should have did. Worm Coil Engine. They gain 2 life. Puts the boots on the Worm Coil Engine. Yep, it's a good way to gain some life. Oh, important to note is that this damage is doubled. Unless it's going into champ. If we get hit by that, that will kill us. Everyone else seems to be on high life, so they might be alright. But rude. Opponent rolled the dice. Figure out who would attack. I don't like doing that. It's not a thing that I care for. Just throw this thing in front. But I guess they don't have good attacks anywhere else. So, I mean, there's that. But don't roll dice to determine your attacks. Always have a purpose. Oh, you know what we could do? I think we can go Underworld Breach, Approach the Second Sun, Dual Caster Mage, the Approach the Second Sun? I think that's the win. I think that's how we do it. Would we have been able to do that last turn? Probably not. We spent a lot of mana getting the thing back. Nope. Gonna send the Colossus over to Champ. They can just take. It's only 6. This over to Dark Matter. Cromat gets flying. That's 5 Cromat damage. This makes it a 6/6. That's 6/6. It's doubled. So that's 12. That'll be 17 Commander. Oh, gonna pump it again. 19 Commander. 21 Commander. Oh, you know what? I don't think Angel's Grace saves you from Commander damage. I just thought about that. Down they go to Commander damage. Finally someone going down. Turn 14. This was a fast-moving game, and then it wasn't. Opponent's gonna start the mutating again. This one creates a 3/3. That's not too bad. We'll see what Champ wants to do. Since we didn't get attacked right here, I am feeling pretty good that Angel's Grace will get us home. Reconstruct History, fantastic card. Getting some stuff back. You could probably put one in this deck. Get back an instant and a sorcery? Yes, please. Would they get back? We should keep an eye out for removal. Sure, I'm not going to like this. Champ tapping up a bunch of mana. It looks like an Expel. Probably a Torment of Hellfire. Sacrifices the Chainer for mana. It is a debt to Debtless, X12. This is life loss, so this probably doesn't save us, but we'll try it. Oh, it says we can't lose the game, so that's cool. But if we're at 0, might be an issue. See how this pans out. In case it doesn't, we're at -6, so we'll die on our turn. But yeah, the win is cast Underworld Breach, approach the Second Sun with it on the stack, Dual Caster Mage from the graveyard, and we would have got there. Any way to gain a bunch of life? Yeah, this deck is really slow. Really, really slow. The thing I think you want to flush out the rest of these combos. So Underworld Breach, Angel's Grace, and Lion's Eye Diamond's expensive. I get it. You don't need that one. But like Reforge the Soul gives you something in there. Like you can Mana Geyser and Reforge the Soul. Some burn spells, I think, are what you want. I would probably try to go the like put a bunch of rituals in there, especially the good ones like Mana Geyser. Just try to like burn people out with Crackle with Power. Mob Rule, I think, is where you want to be. Right now, this deck isn't very controlling. Like, there's a little bit, there's some stacks and a few things and stuff like that, but we were ahead. We were ahead very early in the game. We had a ton of mana, and we just had nothing to do with it. We couldn't really develop a board state. We were trying to, like, value into more stuff, so, like, more card draw is going to be a big deal. Because you're trying to go for a combo, like, even Howling Mine and Temple Bell are not awful. If you don't care that much about what your opponents are doing. So, I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely some work to be done here, but I do like the premise. I mean, the premise is sort of, I don't think Borca is a combat deck, that's for sure. So, I think it's a sit back and be tricky kind of deck. Put a Mob Rule here, put a Crackle with Power, just kind of sit back and then eventually kill your opponents with that stuff. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. Commander Replay t-shirts, available in orange and colors beside orange. Hey guys, help support me and save 15% on singles by using the promo code REPLAY at mothershipatx.com.